Unsolved mystery murder in Central City. Christhoper, head blown with a rifle in his mouth. Anyway, I think I went back to Central City, and then I was told the news, that Christhoper has passed away, this and that, how they found him with a rifle in his mouth. He blew his brains off. And they told me that Leslie, when she got the news, she was waitressing in Bonanza, and she passed out right there. She just vanished. She passed out. So anyway, I knew she had problems with him. Some problems I don't know about what they were, but I detected there were some problems, men and woman problems, and but she loved them, you know what I mean. So Christhoper was found somewhere. Anyway, I got the newspaper. This is amazing. Listen to this. I went to the center where they have the newspapers, and I grabbed the newspaper. It was free, where it tells the news about him, his name, how he was found dead or dying or something. I don't know. But anyway, I took that newspaper, and I was staying in Netherlands. In a motel room over there. This is after I quit Bonanza. And I was staying in there, and I had the newspaper with me. Somebody went into the room when I was not there and took the newspaper out. And I don't think was the person that was administrating the motel. I think it was somebody else. I think it was Dr. Thompson. Because I have been having things disappearing since I was living in Aurora, close to where he lived. So that newspaper was taken out of my room. And I don't know what else. But back then, I didn't have really like cash or nothing around, So I just have documents, personal things, passport, things like that. But anyway, that I said the only one that always get away with coming in, got keys. It could have been the person administrating. I don't know, but that especially newspaper where Christhoper's death was taken out of my room. And I went back to get more, and there were no more. I was never able to get the record of the mysterious death of Christhoper. These strange things happening to me. I said, why would anybody be interested in taking that paper off of my room, that newspaper? You know what I mean? And then I went back to get another one. It was all gone. There was no more. Why? Who was the person that walked in my room in Netherlands and took the newspaper out? Anyway, until now, I cannot find. I tried in the internet, man killed this way, his name was this and that. But I put all the details about him. I cannot find information about Christhoper. Nowhere. Not in the internet. Not in the news. I don't know why. I cannot. He's not registered. This is an unsolved mystery. His death is. Now, I don't know if the thing links to the trafficking of cocaine. I stay away from all that stuff. I don't want to know anything. But maybe I had the feeling that there was it could have been something involved with the trafficking of cocaine. Because where there is cocaine traffic, there is murders. There are murders. And I don't know how that could link here to Idaho Springs, to downtown. But I just never wanted to investigate nothing about that stuff. I let it go. I don't want to be killed because somebody is thinking that I'm tracking them with something. This is where everything started, 2003. The mysterious, not investigated murder of Christhoper. As far as I know, it was a suicide murder. After that, I have seen some strange stuff. I did back then when I was living in there, because I moved there 4 years later. And it was like, that atmosphere was gone. But I just didn't want to be around that stuff. It was very sad to me to see a life like that go away. What else I was gonna say? Oh, the last time I saw Christhoper, I was in Bonanza. I was already fired from Bonanza. I was walking down the street, the main street of Bonanza, and the police department was just right in the corner. I was walking down the street, and in these times, Officer Miller was not in the area. He was not. I don't think he was. I never seen him back in 2003. I met him in 2007 when I moved back to Central City. But anyway, about Christhoper, the last time, this image, I got it in my head, in my eyes, this last image of Christhoper. He was coming it was coming up the street from Bonanza, going, I see, coming south. I was going north in the street of Bonanza, and he saw me. And it was like, I was with this color man that he already passed away by disease. He worked in Bonanza all his life. And his name was Joker, a black man. And he was walking with me, my side. We were talking because he also worked there. And I was telling him, I said, suddenly I was just taken out of here. I mean, this is before Christhoper died. And here was Christhoper coming. Christhoper was coming this way. I was in the sidewalk of Bonanza, and he looked at me. Christhoper looked at me with a million questions, like he has so many things to tell me. And but because he saw me with Joker, he didn't do anything. He just kind of passed by, and I had this very strong input to talk to him. It was like whomp, it was like something just was telling me, talk to him. And we were in front of each other, like that distance, like that. He was probably 8 feet away from me, and we kind of waved for each other. But then here was Joker with me, but he was disturbed. He was not disturbed, but he was like, I need to talk to you. You know what I mean? And that was the last time I saw Christhoper. It was the last time I saw Christhoper. And gosh, it really stayed in my heart when I had the news, the horrible way he died. Okay, I gotta stop here.